Hi there, happy Diwali to all of them. I'm just recording the second day of Diwali today, and yeah, it has been a very nice day. And we are going to talk about how to speak English, without studying. Most of the time, people are trying to study, right? So of course, this is a very good way to study something. For those they are very bored, they are very irritated or like frustrated by studying, and even they are not improving. They are thinking like they don't have any progress. I mean, they're not making progress, right? So this is very, crucial for us. Whenever we do something, we need something back. If we don't get something in a return, we feel like, yeah, this is a waste of time. This is how you feel. Do you feel that? If yes, then try to watch this video. I would like to share with you a one line from somebody, and I would like to put it in our video. Have you ever heard the name also? He was from Nepal, so he passed away many years ago probably, but still he has a lot of videos on YouTube when you search also international. So I usually follow some kind of people and they have a very good experience. So when I came across one of his video I was watching, so there was a person when he asked to also in that video I was watching, he said also, how did you learn this thing? I don't believe that you have a knowledge. We never learned. We don't know where to learn. So the answer from also was very interesting. He said, I never learned something from someone. I just learned what it comes in a way, like in a naturally. I didn't need to take anything to study on it. I just tried and I just experienced and it's tried it comes naturally. So I think it was a very interesting point that I think we are going to uh, more explain in this video. I think it can be very maybe expressive or engaging or attractive for us to implementing, or I mean to implement in this our English fluency. If you think you are going to speak English or you're going to study English, you're doing a lot of different things, right? But still you are thinking you are not able to make progress. So try to follow this one. Just don't try to study all the time. Just studying will not make you speak. For example, you're studying grammar, or right, you studied almost all grammar in a month. For example, you're studying 5 hours a day grammar. But I think this is not a point to make you, or this is not a tool to make you speak, right? Grammar can't make you speak, but vocabulary and speaking does. Do you know how? I mean, do of course why? Because for example, grammar is just you studied and it's in your mind. But when you talk with someone, there is something you're just communicating with somebody. For example, if I know grammar but I don't know any word, how do I communicate with someone? So it's very important to know some vocabulary to speak. So learning vocabulary or to speaking, this only comes when you try to communicate with someone. You can ask, you will say, oh, how are you? So there is no need grammar at this point, right? Saying, oh, I'm fine, I'm good. How are you today? So this is the basic phrases that you have to try to communicate if you're very beginner. I'm talking this initial type, initial step at this moment. But when we go more, we are going to still discuss even more about these things. So talking about me, I was it's been more than 4 years. 4 years ago I tried to start my English with different people. I have never had any kind of like tutor, or I had never had teachers to teach me. I just followed the way that Osu was trying. How I followed, I just tried to talk with people. I just communicate with them. It comes, it came naturally for me, and it comes for you naturally. This is my guarantee for you. So the only thing that you have to follow is just to start learning, start speaking, and it comes naturally. You make mistake, you learn from mistake. If you don't make mistake, you will learn from them. So don't try to worry about making mistake. This is a very interesting point that most of people they are ignoring. They are avoiding. Instead of avoiding them, just try to use them. Being afraid of making mistake cannot make you speak English. Being not if I'm afraid of making mistake will make you speaking, I think, because if you're not afraid, you can just try to make mistake and somebody correct you. And another thing is, when somebody correct you, you don't need to be feeling inside embarrassed or uncomfortable. You don't need to feel like there's somebody judging you, right? You have to feel like I'm learning, somebody correcting me because I'm making mistake and he's better than me, so he's trying to teach me. That's all. We have to react. So reacting in a very good way, that is always positive for you. If you can't react in a good way, so you have a negative thoughts, have a negative opinions for somebody. So I always try to suggest you to follow this one way to start communicating sound. Now, if you are stucking, if your mind is saying, Lakhan, how can I start with somebody? I don't have somebody, I don't have a partner even. How can I start speaking with someone? At least I need a person. Then you're nice. You're very good at this question. I would like to help you to answer this question also. Because I don't like to just come here to share with you uncompleted things, right? I would like to share with you the whole process that can help you. So on my channel, I have uploaded nearly 40 application videos. And I'm 100% sure there are more than 10 applications where you'll be able to speak English with somebody as a free of cost. With somebody. This is first one. There are many applications where you are going to find people to talk, communicate free. You don't need to pay it. You don't need any native speaker at this moment. You need somebody who you can speak. It can be from different country, right? Let me suggest you some of them from here in the video. First is Fondi app. When you go to Fondi app, on the Fondi app, you don't need to have only person from one specific country. There are many different Thailand, Singapore, Japanese, and Indonesia, Nepal. So you find a lot of people from there. You can communicate with them. You can learn different accent. You will learn from different behavior, how to talk with them, new word, this is how you can start from them. And the environment in Fondi app is very, interesting, appealing to you, I think. So that's how I would like to suggest you try this one, or then go to real life English, or there are Beyond Race, something like this, a lot of applications. Another thing, additionally, I would like to suggest you, if you have Skype, first you can install Skype. Why? Because a lot of YouTuber on this nowadays, they are trying to find people to communicate with them, to upload video there. So maybe it will be also a very good way for you to communicate with those YouTubers, right? There are many YouTubers. When you search conversations on YouTube, you can find Skype ID person, or their description has always, I used to have my Skype ID in my description, but nowadays I'm not going to talk with anybody. I'm not that much free. I'm having a job, but before I did, and I improved a lot, right? I think this is a very good way to communicate for you. I'm suggesting you most of the time very interesting tips that I have followed in my life. So you can try to talk with those people just free of cost, to communicate on a Skype. Even you can try to just search a lot of people. You can find most of the people active, and I think mostly they will be interested in communicating with them. You can search related English. So most of people, when you search English, they will be having English list, English people, English with this, English this with this. So there will be name like that. So they can help you. They can, or you can have to visit italki. When you go to italki, there are a lot of people. They can exchange languages. It means you don't need to pay anything to native English speakers. You can teach them your language, native language, Hindi, Urdu, whatever you have, native language. You can teach them. They can teach you English back. It means just communicate, right? So I think that much easy we have now. This system in this 2023, a lot of things, that can make you easier to learn any language, that can be free of cost, without any cost. But most people, they would like to pay to some tutors, there's two kind of reason. First reason, they're thinking if I can pay money to tutor, so I will value it. I will have always, uh, some kind of, thinking in my mind. My thoughts will be, going on that I am paying. I would not like to waste money. I have to attend classes. So this is a motivation for them. Paying someone, they have motivation. So mostly European students, they always pay anything. They don't get anything freely because they are having in my mind that if I can get it free, I would never have value, right? So paying is that they can make them value to communicate some people consistently. So for us, when we do it freely, we don't have value on it, right? This is first thing we do to take lessons online with tutors, especially European, something like this. Second thing, I think that's very good way. Generally, when you talk with native speakers, you are going to acquiring a lot of knowledge from them. So basically, these are my tips from my side. I hope these interesting tips can be helpful for you and it can help you to enhance your English and you'll be able to start speaking. It was just that's all. In a sum up, I would like to say thank you so much for listening this my tip. It was related also how to learn naturally, not studying and following some applications to try to communicate with somebody for free. Of course, third word talking about just italki to exchanging someone, right? And fourthly, that we told, and fourthly we talked about taking lessons with online teachers. That can be only people they can value language. So that's all we done. Let's sum up. Thank you so much and love you guys.